The Tower of Babel. Book of Jubilees. The Book of Jubilees contains one of the most detailed accounts found anywhere of the tower. Jubilees 10:20-21 in Robert Charles 1913 translation reads, "And they began to build, and in the 4th week they made brick with fire, and the bricks served them for stone, and the clay with which they cemented them together was asphalt, which comes out of the sea, and out of the fountains of water in the land of Shinar. And they built it. 43 years were they building it. Its breadth was 203 bricks, and the height of a brick was the third of one. Its height amounted to 5,433 cubits and 2 palms. And the extent of the wall was 13 stadia. Pseudo-philo. In pseudo-philo, the direction for the building is ascribed not only to Nimrod, who is made prince of the Hamites, but also to Joktan as prince of the Semites, and to Phenech, son of Dodanim, as prince of the Japhetites. 12 men are arrested for refusing to bring bricks, including Abraham, Lot, Nahor, and several others, and several sons of Joktan. However, Joktan finally saves the 12 from the wrath of the other 2 princes. Josephus' Antiquities of the Jews. The Jewish Roman historian Flavius Josephus, in his Antiquities of the Jews, 94 years before CE, recounted history as found in the Hebrew Bible and mentioned the Tower of Babel. He wrote that it was Nimrod who had the tower built, and that Nimrod was a tyrant who tried to turn the people away from God. In his account, God confused the people rather than destroying them, because annihilation with a flood had not taught them to be godly. Now it was Nimrod who excited them to such an affront and contempt of God. He was the grandson of Ham, the son of Noah, a bold man, and of great strength of hand. He persuaded them not to ascribe it to God, as if it were through his means they were happy, but to believe that it was their own courage which procured that happiness. He also gradually changed the government into tyranny, seeing no other way of turning men from the fear of God, but to bring them into a constant dependence on his power. Now the multitude were very ready to follow the determination of Nimrod, and to esteem it a piece of cowardice to submit to God. And they built a tower, neither sparing any pains, nor being in any degree negligent about the work. And by reason of the multitudes of hands employed in it, it grew very high, sooner than anyone could expect. But the thickness of it was so great, and it was so strongly built, that thereby its great height seemed upon the view to be less than it really was. It was built of burnt brick, cemented together with mortar, made of bitumen, that it might not be liable to admit water. When God saw that they acted so madly, he did not resolve to destroy them utterly, since they were not grown wiser by the destruction of the former sinners in the flood. But he caused a tumult amongst them, by producing in them diverse languages, and causing that, through the multitude of those languages, they should not be able to understand one another. The place wherein they built the tower is now called Babylon, because of the confusion of that language, which they readily understood before. For the Hebrews mean by the word Babel confusion. The Sibyl also makes mention of this tower, and of the confusion of the language, when she says thus: When all men were of one language, some of them built a high tower, as if they would thereby ascend to heaven. But the gods sent storms of wind, and overthrew the tower, and gave everyone a peculiar language, and for this reason it was that the city was called Babylon. Greek Apocalypse of Baruch. Third Apocalypse of Baruch. One of the pseudo-figrapha describes the just reward of sinners and the righteous in the afterlife. Among the sinners are those who instigated the Tower of Babel. In the account, Baruch is first taken in a vision to see the resting place of the souls of those who built the tower of strife against God. And the Lord banished them. Next, he is shown another place, and there, occupying the form of a dog's. Quote from the Greek Apocalypse of Baruch 3:5-8. Those who gave counsel to build the tower, for they whom thou seest drove forth multitudes of both men and women to make bricks, among whom a woman making bricks was not allowed to be released in the hour of childbirth, but brought forth while she was making bricks, and carried her child in her apron. And continued to make bricks. And the Lord appeared to them and confused their speech when they had built the tower to the height of 463 cubits, and they took a gimlet and sought to pierce the heavens, saying, Let us see whether the heaven is made of clay, or of brass, or of iron. When God saw this, he did not permit them, but smote them with blindness and confusion of speech, and render them as thou seest. Midrash. Rabbinic literature offers many different accounts of other causes for building the Tower of Babel and of the intentions of its builders. According to one Midrash, the builders of the tower, called the generation of secession in the Jewish sources, said, God has no right to choose the upper world for himself and to leave the lower world to us. Therefore we will build us a tower with an idol on the top, holding a sword, so that it may appear as if it intended a war with God. The building of the tower was meant to bid defiance not only to God, but also to Abraham, who exhorted the builders to reverence. The passage mentions that the builders spoke sharp words against God, saying that once every 1,656 years, heaven tottered so that the water poured down upon the earth. Therefore, they would support it by columns, that there might not be another deluge. Some among that generation even wanted to war against God in heaven. They were encouraged in this undertaking by the notion that arrows that they shot into the sky fell back dripping with blood, so that the people really believed that they could wage war against the inhabitants of the heaven. According to Josephus and Midrash, it was mainly Nimrod who persuaded his contemporaries to build the tower, while other rabbinical sources assert, on the contrary, that Nimrod separated from the builders. According to another Midrash account, 1/3 of the tower builders were punished by being transformed into semi-demonic creatures and banished into 3 parallel dimensions, inhabited now by their descendants. Islamic tradition. The Quran has no story about the Tower of Babel. However, similar stories appear in the Qisas al-Anbiya, although variations similar to the biblical narrative of the Tower of Babel exists within the Islamic tradition. The central theme of God separating humankind on the basis of language is alien to Islam, according to the author Yahya Emerick. In Islamic belief, he argues, God created nations to know each other and not to be separated. In the history of the prophets and kings by the 9th century Muslim theologian Al-Tabari, a fuller version is given. Nimrod has the tower built in Babel. God destroys it, and the language of mankind, formerly Syriac, is then confused into 72 languages. A tale about Babel appears more fully in the writings of Yaqut and the Lisan al-Arab. But without the tower, mankind were swept together by winds into the plain that was afterward called Babil, where they were assigned their separate languages by God. And were then scattered again in the same way. Another Muslim historian of the 13th century, Abu al-Fida, relates the same story, adding that the patriarch Eber, an ancestor of Abraham, was allowed to keep the original tongue, Hebrew in this case, because he would not partake in the building. The Book of Mormon. In the Book of Mormon, a man named Jared and his family asks God that their language not be confounded at the time of the Great Tower. Because of their prayers, God preserves their language and leads them to the valley of Nimrod. From there, they travel across the sea to the Americas. Despite no mention of the Tower of Babel in the original text of the Book of Mormon, some leaders in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints asserts that the Great Tower was indeed the Tower of Babel. As in the 1981 introduction to the Book of Mormon, despite the chronology of Book of Ether aligning more closely with the 21st century BC Sumerian tower, temple myth of Enmerkar and the Lord of Arata, to the goddess Inanna. Church apologists have also supported this connection and argued the reality of the Tower of Babel, although there are many in our day who consider the accounts of the flood and the Tower of Babel to be fiction. Latter-day Saints affirm their reality. In either case, the Church firmly believes in the factual nature of at least one great tower, built in the region of ancient Sumer, Assyria, Babylonia. Gnosticism. In Gnostic tradition recorded in the paraphrase of Shem, a tower interpreted as the Tower of Babel is brought by demons along with a great flood. And he caused a flood, and he destroyed your Shem's race, to take the light and to take away from faith. But I proclaimed quickly by the mouth of the demon that a tower came up to be up to the particle of light, which was left in the demons and their race, which was water, that the demon might be protected from the turbulent chaos, and the womb planning these things according to my will, that she might pour forth completely. A tower came to be through the demons. The darkness was disturbed by his loss. He loosened the muscles of the womb, and the demon who was going to enter the tower was protected so that the races might continue to acquire coherence through him. Linguistics. For a long time, historical linguistics wrestled with the idea of a single original language. In the Middle Ages and down to the 17th century, attempts were made to identify a living descendant of the Adamic language. Multiplication of languages. The literal belief that the world's linguistic variety originated with the Tower of Babel is pseudo-linguistics and is contrary to the known facts that the origin of history of languages about the origin of and history of languages. In the biblical introduction of the Tower of Babel account in Genesis 11:1, it is said that everyone on earth spoke the same language, but this is inconsistent with the biblical description of the post-Noahic world described in Genesis 10:5. Where it is said that the descendants of Shem, Ham, Japheth gave rise to different nations, each with their own language. There have also been a number of traditions around the world that describe a divine confusion of the one original language into several, albeit without any tower. Aside from the ancient Greek myths that Hermes confused the languages, causing Zeus to give his throne to Phoroneus, Fraser specifically mentions such an account among the Wasanya of Kenya, the Kacha Naga people of Assam, the inhabitants of Encounter Bay in Australia, the Maidu of California, the Tlingit of Alaska, and the Quiche Maya of Guatemala. The Estonian myth of the cooking of languages has also been compared. During the Middle Ages, the Hebrew language was widely considered the language used by God to address Adam in paradise and by Adam as lawgiver. By various Jewish, Christian, and Muslim scholastics. Dante Alighieri addresses the topic in his De Vulgari Eloquentia 1302 to 1305. He argues that the Adamic language is of divine origin and therefore unchangeable. In his Divine Comedy 1308 to 1320, however, Dante changes his view to another that treats the Adamic language as the product of Adam. This had the consequence that it could no longer be regarded as immutable, and hence Hebrew could not be regarded as identical with the language of paradise. Dante concludes that Hebrew is a derivative of the language of Adam. In particular, the chief Hebrew name for God in scholastic tradition, El, must be derived of a different Adamic name for God, which Dante gives as I. Before the acceptance of the Indo-European language family, these languages were considered to be Japhetite by some authors, such as Rasmus Rask. Beginning in Renaissance Europe, priority over Hebrew was claimed for the alleged Japhetic languages, which were supposed never corrupted because their speakers had not participated in the construction of the Tower of Babel. Among the candidates for a living descendant of the Adamic languages were Gaelic, Tuscan, Dutch, Swedish, German. The Swedish physician Andreas Kempe wrote a satirical tract in 1688 where he made fun of the contest between the European nationalists to claim their native tongue as the Adamic language, caricaturing the attempts by the Swede Olaus Rudbeck to pronounce Swedish the original language of mankind. Kempe wrote a scathing parody where Adam spoke Danish, God spoke Swedish, and the serpent spoke French. The primacy of Hebrew was still defended by some authors until the emergence of modern linguistics in the second half of the 18th century. For example, by Pierre Besnier in A Philosophical Essay for the Reunion of the Languages, or The Art of Knowing All by the Mastery of One, 1675, and by Gottfried Hensel in his Synopsis Universi Philosophicae, 1741.